Tonight, we bring you a special report on what experts are calling the most organized threat to American democracy in modern history. With Donald Trump's election victory and his upcoming January 20th inauguration, Project 2025 has moved from theoretical concern to imminent reality. Let's start with what Project 2025 really is. Crafted by the Heritage Foundation, Washington's premier conservative think tank, this 1,000-page document isn't just another policy proposal. It's a comprehensive blueprint for transforming the federal government into what experts warn could become an authoritarian regime. The Heritage Foundation's influence isn't new. Since 1981, when they first produced policy plans for Ronald Reagan's administration, they've been shaping Republican presidencies. But Project 2025 represents something far more ambitious and far more dangerous. While Donald Trump recently posted on Truth Social claiming, "I know nothing about Project 2025, the connections are undeniable." The project's team includes Paul Dawn, Trump's former chief of staff at the Office of Personnel Management. Russell Vought, another key Trump administration official, not only wrote a crucial chapter but also served as the Republican National Committee's 2024 Platform Policy Director. The project's four main policy aims sound innocuous enough. Restore the family as the centerpiece of American life. Dismantle the administrative state. Defend the nation's sovereignty and borders. Secure God-given individual rights to live freely. But beneath these broad statements lies something far more troubling. Let's break down what this means in practice. Project 2025 advocates for something called unitary executive theory, a controversial interpretation that would place the entire federal bureaucracy, including independent agencies like the Department of Justice, under direct presidential control. Ruth Ben-Ghiat, a leading scholar on fascism at New York University, warns, "This is a plan to destroy the legal and governance cultures of liberal democracy and create new bureaucratic structures, staffed by new politically vetted cadres, to support autocratic rule." The plan calls for dismantling the Department of Homeland Security, eliminating the Department of Education, labeling the FBI as an inflated, arrogant, increasingly lawless organization, dramatically reducing the independence of the National Institutes of Health, ending funding for embryonic stem cell research, rolling back environmental and climate change regulations. But the changes don't stop there. Project 2025 seeks to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs across government, redefine marriage and family based on biblical principles, implement new abortion restrictions, use the Comstock Act to prosecute those who send or receive abortion pills. The international community should be equally alarmed. The plan calls for abandoning carbon reduction goals, cutting renewable energy research, fundamentally altering America's role in global affairs, mass deportation of undocumented immigrants, using military forces for domestic law enforcement. Cornell University political scientist Rachel Beatty-Riedel draws parallels to democratic backsliding seen in Hungary and Venezuela, warning that Project 2025 would mean a dramatic decrease in American citizens' ability to engage in public life based on principles of liberty, freedom, and representation. Georgetown University's Donald Moynihan raises another red flag. The plan would revive the spoils system, allowing thousands of career civil servants to be fired and replaced with political loyalists. This isn't just about bureaucratic reshuffling. It's about dismantling the professional, non-partisan civil service that's been a cornerstone of American democracy since 1883. Democratic politicians have launched a Stop Project 2025 task force and established a tip line to gather insider information. The Harris campaign has consistently highlighted these dangers in interviews and speeches. Perhaps most alarming is how this could unfold while most Americans remain unaware. Our investigation reveals that while entertainment shows draw tens of millions of viewers, critical information about this threat to democracy barely reaches a fraction of the population. Donald B. Ayer, Deputy Attorney General under George H. W. Bush, delivers this chilling assessment. No one in this country would be safe. Former Justice Department Inspector General Michael Bromwich warns that turning the DOJ and FBI into instruments of revenge should send shivers down the spine of anyone who cares about the rule of law. As we approach January 20th, the urgency of this situation cannot be overstated. Project 2025 represents what could be the most comprehensive attempt to reshape American governance in our lifetime. With Trump's election victory, this is no longer a theoretical threat. It's a clear and present danger to democratic institutions both in America and around the world. We'll continue to investigate and bring you updates on this critical story.